On this hunt, your perspective is from the cameraman's view. You will see the confusion and the frantic decisions that are made on a run and gun style hunt like this.
The problem is he's getting closer. Yeah.
We're in very thick brush, and a gobbler is answering, but we have no idea what his approach is going to be. This is why I love run and gun style turkey hunting. It is so much fun, and it will drive your nerves through the roof.
Take your earbuds out.
As you can see laying there on the ground, friction calls are my primary form of calling. But on this particular hunt, the diaphragm was my go-to call. As you can tell, I'm not the greatest on a diaphragm. I'm not going to win any calling contest, but it still does what I need it to do.
Easy.
Run and gun style turkey hunting is 20% calling and 80% strategy.
I think our best bet is to either stay deep in the woods or we have to get in the field. I don't think we can get him to come just inside the woods. I think we have to be pretty far from him.
He hasn't got very close the last couple times he's got. Is that close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to move down in there? Or do we want to move?
He's just moving to the right, I think.
Yeah. Which sucks because he might come up this way. Let's get down there.
The trick to run and gun style turkey hunting is you're always making decisions and constantly calculating how much time you have and what you can and cannot get away with. In Kentucky, the rolling hills can make it very difficult to judge the distance of a gobbler. The difference between a gobbler facing you and facing away from you when he gobbles can honestly have the sound difference between over 100 yards or more. It can be very difficult to judge how far that bird is if you don't know which way he's facing when he gobbles.
He's gonna come from that way though. Here. Too thick?
It's pretty dang thick. For me,
Yeah.
you might be able to shoot
of sucks. There's no good spot to get.
Should we go up and look over here? He's still on that field.
Yeah.
He's not getting close.
Let's ease down a little bit.
A good rule of thumb that I always like to go by is when you can hear the rattle in his gobble, the time for moving is now over. Sit down quick because he's not far.
Can you get right there? I think we gotta have a decoy. I wish he'd gobble again.
I believe decoys are tools just like your calls. They have a place, there's a time to use them, and there's a time not to use them. In this particular hunt, we felt like we didn't have time to set up a decoy. In hindsight, I think that it might have been to our advantage, but I don't know. You decide and leave comments below on if you think a decoy would have helped or hurt in this situation. From my experience, a lot of times a decoy on older gobblers will cause the gobblers to hang up wide because they want the hens to come to them. Sometimes, and from my experience, it's better to not have a decoy when you're in thick woods and make that gobbler come hunt for you.
He's coming. Dude, this turkey might be 3 steps when we shoot him. So as soon as he's good, let me know. Are you?
The gobbler is responding well to the call, but the sun has now risen to a point to where it is shining directly on the cameraman.
Yeah, look at my camera.
Yeah.
And even worse, shining directly on the camera lens.
Do you want to slide over here? Do you want to slide over here?
Me?
Yeah.
I can go wherever you want.
The reflection of the sun off the camera lens could be the end to this hunt if this gobbler is able to pick it out. But the question is, do you risk moving the camera location and possibly ruining the hunt?
He's on the field, right?
Yeah. Damn, that sounds bad. Here, get over here. You
Having a gobbler this close and not being able to see him is what really tears me up.
Kinda wish I had the decoy out now.
All you're doing is hunting a sound, a ghost, if you will. You know he's there, but you have no idea where, and when or if you will even get to see him.
Wow. You just say when. I hear him spitting. I can hear him walking. Whoa. He's right in front of us. Huh? No. I see his van. Here he comes. Do you see him? No. He's right in the sunlight. Here he comes. Okay. Move to your right a little bit. Don't move, he's walking. My gun barrel's pointed at him. He's behind the tree. My barrel's pointed right at him. You do? No. Alright, don't move. You see him?
I see him, but I don't see his head.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't shoot him right now.
No, dude. I'm on him. No, not yet.
I can't.
Come on.
He's gotta come to the right. Alright, he's getting ready to get where he's killable.
Tell you when I got him.
Okay.
I got him if you can kill him.
I can't right now. There's too much shit. I can see his head, but not good enough to make a shot.
Not yet.
The sun's getting worse.
I can see his head. I need to kill him.
I can't kill him yet. He's gotta come closer.
That's a scary thought.
I know. He's just gotta move more to the right.
You can always hear me breathing pretty hard. It's not because I'm winded. It's strictly anxiety and adrenaline, all wrapped up in one emotion. You have no blind to hide you. You're having to decide every movement you make and when to make it, or it could be the end to the hunt. Run and gun style turkey hunting is a true test to the nerves. The bird has to move to the right for me to have any possible chance at a shot. The further the bird goes to the left, the greater the chances of something going wrong.
Come on back, big boy. Alright, he's gonna go where he's gullible. There's too much shit still. Are you on him? You can't. Shit.
See his neck. Look at him. I can't see his neck.
Alright, he didn't bust us. Alright, we're still good. I thought that he'd busted us at first. He's gotta go a little bit more to the right.
This is typical behavior of this particular gobbler and a lot of older gobblers like him. Takes his time, hangs back, and wants the hens to come to him. Strut, looks. Strut, looks. Very cautious in everything he does.
Yeah. Damn, he's getting further off. You're on him. Got him. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Give me five, brother. Wow. Oh, mwah. Oh, baby. Oh my gosh. That's how I'm doing it. Wow. Oh my God.
I had no idea we were there, man.
No.
There
Man,
must
that
be
one.
enough a shadow there.
Yeah, I mean that one time, literally I had like just a hole not much bigger than my barrel to shoot through, and all I could see was, it got him. But God, that first time when I was like, you said shoot him if you can, and I was trying to get in position, and he was sitting there high. Well, then I was afraid. Right after I called, I thought I screwed up because it looked like he was getting further off, and I just thought he was going to strut over here because he knew, she was possibly right there. It's thinking the same thing you were, that he's in that field. I just thought he was gonna hang up there.
Dude, I
And
can't
then he
believe you came out.
I was like, oh shoot, that's in the woods.